games. All right. I'm gonna at least get my dailies done. Work was a pain today. It's Burn. It's one Bernie boy. It's a Bernie bro. Alright, it really is burning. Yeah, okay. Alright, take 6. It's really unfortunate that I have to tutor. He's representing lethal, so we just play this, pass the turn, just lose the game. We needed one more turn. Yeah. Alright. 10. Don't know. If I lose another game, I'll have to change the title. I'm not going to change the title. Let's be real. Have the combo. Have dual caster on turn 3 if opponent's on spells. Opponent's on white. Delicate was a really good draw. What's this? Alright. So that's just like another skin for Thalia, right? No blocks. How do we want to do this? Glass pool tapped, shuffle away at the end of the turn everything but the storm color. Wait. Annoying. Fucking Thalia. How much do I actually need to go off here? 5? Alright. No attacks. Sure. No blocks for this turn. Next turn, though. We can block one here. There we go. Now we win. Fuck Thalia, by the way. Trash. Hate it. I hate Thalia, but I don't hate her as much as I hate that stupid creature that you can that tutors a 1-drop and then you can sacrifice it to make your opponent skip their turn. If they're not playing creatures, that is. That's 15, 17 times 2, 34. Okay. Dual Caster Wish Call. Tuck Tuck. Conflicting hand here. We'll keep it. Tuck Tuck's not great. Dual Caster's not great, although Dual Caster and Paradise Druid can combo. On turn at 5 mana? Yeah. Shepherd and Shepherd. Great. Sure. So 2 turns from now? What you got, bitch? No blocks. Oh, he didn't attack me even. That's wonderful. And now we just win. Oh, it's a Coco. Of course it's a Coco. Alright, we just gotta live. That doesn't ramp him, so I think we win. 5 mana total is what I'm reading. Sure. Although we may have to fight through a huge sum of creatures. He'll attack with the 3/3s at least. Oh, no, he didn't. Alright, well. Combo out. I'm not banking on having enough to survive, but he might. I think we come out on top though. That's a good block. Let's critique our opponent's blocks. Okay, good. Killing as many dual casters so they don't get second turns. Blocks here. Alright, so you take 9, 10, 11 from this wave. Can't block with either lord if he wants the War Master to survive. Well, he can't actually do that. Okay, great. Takes 9. Think we still win. Alright. I actually think those are good blocks. That's about as good as he could have made. And it's the only thing that keeps him from losing the game immediately, so. Next turn we can Neoform a dual caster for Kefnet with haste, even if he can block. Still a little bit too much. Overflowed the defenses, but now we're good and safe from having to change the title of our stream, so that's good. Keef. Okay, it's good. It's good enough. I really don't want the Tuck to be there, but otherwise it's a pretty decent hand. We have Slimdy, we have Storm Colors. These two together is usually a keep. That makes it a definite keep. Now we don't even have to search for cards anymore. We just have to wait on turn 4. We'll play Tuck next turn, just in case. This is opponent's go wide turn. L's is Mana Dork turn 1, Archdruid turn 2, go wide turn 3. You play your whole hand. Alright. We get the full squad here. 4 of these 4 class pools. Let's go. This is the deck I've been playing this season the most. This has been, I mean, this is like a blast from the past, kind of, but it's still a really strong deck, I think. Opponent's gonna, the last card in his hand is Coco. Calling it now. It's pretty obvious. So worst case scenario for us, Coco into double lords, I guess. Oh, I don't, yeah. I already have the Tuck. So I don't need to get Tuck anymore. Sure. I don't think that was a good idea. Now you just have less surface area. Alright, so you gotta block the 5 tier. He's taking 8 from the Brazen Borrower by itself. He's gonna take another 12 from the first pass of the dual casters. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead as fuck. Hey, Jinx. Hey, buddy. Hey, Teddy. What you doing?
I got the best pets in the world.
My pupper, the best pupper. My kidder, the best kidder. Yeah. How did you get locked in here anyway, Jinx? You want me to let you up? Hey. Hey, buddy. Waiting on opponent to make a decision. Jinx, I'll let you out. Teddy, you're staying there. You can't be trusted. You can't be trusted. No. You can't be trusted because you're a turd. Teddy. Teddy. Come here. Come on. Oh, yes. You come sit in my lap and play Magic. Oh, I got this puppet right here. Mr. Puppers. Hey, buddy. You hanging out? What you think? What do you think? Don't lick my keyboard. Okay. I got the best pupper in the world. Because he's good at Magic. He's going to play this game. Hey. Hey, buddy. You chilling? You chilling in my lap? You're a good boy. Yeah. Yeah, you are. Real good. This. Oh. You good. Wizardly Burns. Decline. Shock in next turn. Play a glass pool. Alright, come on. What are you gonna do? You hit me with that, and then hit me with the 3 damage sorcery, so you can, yeah, there you go. Alright. Let me take 4. I'm fine with him playing that. That's too slow for our clock, I think. You're gonna glass pool next turn, and then go off the turn after. No blocks. I'll have a non-pain land here, actually, would be great. No attacks. I was hoping he would burn first. What are odds? I mean, the odds are probably pretty good that he can just burn us out. But if I don't, no blocks. Fuck it. Let's go. Alright. What you got, opponent? Depends on what he's got. That's not good enough by itself. The issue here being I needed 2 red to be able to do this. And then this. Alright, opponent. Time to kill me. Yeah. I figured he had it. I figured he probably had it. But the thing is, like, so let's say I block with one of my dudes. I don't, like, I block, I don't have 5 mana, well, I have 5 mana, but it's one red and a bunch of non-red. My only options for red are shock lands and tap lands, which means my only way to go off short of drawing either a, like, it would have been the same. It was 2 damage that I would have blocked, and I would have had to shock in for 2 to win the game. So it's like, I think you just say you have to, like, pass it away. I mean, this is like, I could probably play this as a tempo hand, so I'm going to play it. Play this, bounce something, bounce something, bounce something. Red, red, black. Here you go, opponent.
Ride the winds to victory.
Why didn't you? I mean, if you're gonna tap out, then I don't care if I discard the Pact of Negation. I only got it because you have been holding up Leyline. I don't have the right color lands. Oh, fuck. That's not great. Did I just lose because of that? I think I did. I lose because I grabbed the wrong thing. Okay. Next. No attacks. Your turn. Fuck. Oh, it's only when it enters. Okay, that's fine. We can deal with enters. Sure. Sure. Shouldn't have returned that leyline binding, unfortunate. So now he can binding me. We're fine for a turn. Okay. No attacks. Turn. Okay. And at least consider to the one we know about. It's probably means he has another one though, based on how he's been playing. So next turn we have to go.
Let me quench your curiosity.
You can draw 3 cards with these 3. I would like my Pact of Negation pack, damn it. Leyline binding, right? March. Why did it not give me the option to... Alright, sure. We're dead. I knew he had interaction. Like, I actually lost that game because I should have fetched a land instead of a fucking counterspell with Claw. I had 6 lands out. I'm like, alright, time to combo out. Wait, none of them are green. How is that possible? 75% of the lands in the deck are green. It was more like 5 lands, but I just assumed there was green there. Yeah, I take this. I'll take this. Take it. This might be the... We just want to stall. If we draw another Tuk Tuk, we're in a lot of trouble. Yeah. Didn't get it. Let's go ahead and play this and enters the battlefield. Now play the Leafkin that I pushed back into your hand. How do we play this? I think I just want to try the 18. Play the Borrower. And just go off without a Celebrant. We'll pull out another Borrower from the deck. It's like... I think it's safer to not show the hand here, because if I play this, he might realize I'm playing Neoform. He probably already does. But then he might hold up like a Shock or something. Versus here, He just plays Cavalier Thorns and continues ramping because he thinks everything is fine. But everything is not fine and he's about to die. So that's why we chose the line we chose. No blocks. Alright. It's also why we have 2 tuk-tuks and only 1 celebrant. You need the tuk-tuk. Sometimes you need the celebrant. Every time you need the tuk-tuk. See a pup over there that likes tucks. Oh. Paradise Druid, Dualcaster, Celebrant. It's a turn 4 hand, probably. I'm gonna keep it. A double Druid. Decline. And then Druid, and another Druid, then we go off. So, he did have a Mana Dork, which is really good for us. That's not the greatest. That's not exactly what we want to see in place of the whatchamacallums. Alright, great. We can set up for turn after next. So next turn we play Paradise Druid Goose. This is where he plays his first board. Next turn's going to be his go wide turn. I'm not going to block. I might block with the Goose though, depending on what we get. That's interesting. Alright. Now we can win. If he just attacks with this, seven. Sure, I'll take 7 damage. Buff would make it 10 if he had like a group buff. I'm not worried about it, bruh. Alright. Now we just print creatures out of our deck. He can block 3. Yeah, he's way dead. Okay. Goose, then win. Oh, poor Dragonstorm. Not Dragonstorm, actually. I would rather him kill it than have it in hand. Yeah, that's fine. Is this... Stay away? Sure. We'll bluff a counter spell here. I want him to think twice if he tries to do any combo shit. I don't think there's going to be much you can do here. Except that. Alright. Except that. Can't counter it. Pick one. Does he have March? Some kind of 1 mana removal spell. I don't really understand what he was doing. Why you do that, dude? Maybe opponent hasn't seen the deck before. Because that was a pretty big throw. Like, you got the one thing in your deck that could stop what was about to happen, and you used it to stop the counterspell that I wasn't even going to need to use because you don't have removal for me. The only reason the counterspell was a good draw because I was spooked on removal. But I don't know if you can run... Like, opponent's deck seems to have a lot of fat in it for a Reanimator deck. I don't think you can run 4 of Thoughtseize and... Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's all pretty synergistic. You can Thoughtseize yourself in a pinch. Alright, opponent learned a valuable lesson. And you always take the Neoform. Unless there's 2, and then you take the Stormcaller. This was just a really weird play. I mean, I have to just assume that opponent has never... Like, this deck was big maybe like a year or 2 ago. I gotta assume opponent started playing recently or something and just has never seen it. One, two, three. No green. Mulligan. No meat. Mulligan. Discard? No, Goblin. Trap Finder. Interesting. Alright, well, we got the right color mana. What's this do?
It's the Storm deck with Igni.
Well, that's annoying. Takes that. So now... Fuck you, I get another one. You wanna go get a Thoughtseize? I'll get another one. I don't give a fuck. I mean, you Thoughtseize me too much and I lose. Maybe Thoughtseize goes in this deck. Maybe Thoughtseize goes in every deck that has black. Maybe I'm just wrong, but it never feels like I can quite justify a slot for it in without like disrupting the strat. Well, that's I also play like combo decks that have like large cores of cards that can be changed. Okay, so another Goblin Trap Finder. Oh, that's really bad, actually, isn't it? Because it can find itself. I mean, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong, but it can find itself. You don't want to use the. You don't want to use the talisman. Sure. I love him using Fatal Push on that. Please use more Fatal Pushes on the shit that I don't care about. Opponent on an extremely frustrating deck. Running Fatal Push, Thoughtseize. How are you gonna combo though? Like... Okay. So he has infinite churn of Burning Ignis. It's insane to me that you could, like, I don't think you could rely, like, maybe we get comboed out here. Don't get me wrong. It's entirely possible that we're just dead. I'll pass the turn. But, like, there's so much non-combo shit in this. Like, I have this deck too, but, like, I don't have Thoughtseize and Fate. Well, I might have Thoughtseize. But it's like, all the cards are combo cards. We have to assume that there's a storm here, I guess. The Trap Finder makes sense. Absolutely. This is a great card for this deck. He has to, like, just dirtling isn't enough. He has to have the payout card, so I have to sit here and wait for this because we could still win this game. Opponent could just be full of shit. Oh, wait, he's got Wish Claw. Okay. I'm just gonna consider. He's got Wish Claw. He can get it. I forgot about the Wish Claw. The fucking Thoughtseize. That one makes me mad. Top deck of Thoughtseize the turn before in a combo deck that doesn't normally run Thoughtseize. But we get paired up against it because it pairs us against Thoughtseize. And it pairs this deck against the discard decks and white-blue decks. White-blue control and discard. That's what you fight when you play this deck. What a ridiculous hand. I can't take it though. It's not enough mana. Keep 6. Reload this into the deck. Play... this. Loris. Attack. Your turn. Loris, huh? So it's enchantments? Yeah, it's enchantments. I see. Sure. Alright, opponent. No blocks. Alright. Might have a spell pierce. No spell pierce yet. I mean, once the chain starts, it's really hard to interrupt at that point. Opponent's like, maybe I can kill one of the, I got this bounce spell, I can bounce one of these mages, I can survive, and he might be able to. It is possible. What do we think opponent has here? I think it's slip out the back. That's what I think. I can't pull 2 tuk-tuks anyway, so we just go in for it. I think he would have killed something by now. Got him. Four more creature spells.
This is like borderline. Normally you want a Neoform, but like we have redundancy is good, so. Oh. Not enough. Not enough. He might have... He probably has, fucking, collected company right now. Yeah. That's fine. You get whatever you want. And I'm gonna get whatever I want. And we'll see whose... We'll see whose stuff stacks up. Got him. Oh, I only got a... It doesn't span... It doesn't... Well, it does spam out creatures, but it prints them from the library, which isn't exactly the same as playing them. It has to play a couple creatures each game. But it's not a creature deck, per se. This has, like, a viable path forward. This... Borrower. Actually, I can do it like this. Now, if he tries any shenanigans, we can bounce the shenanigans. I'm gonna bounce him if he doesn't play another blue mana. I should have played the breeding pool because then I would have had the borrower choice as well, but it's fine. Alright, opponent. Opponent on the kind of boilerplate Wizards plan. He probably isn't expecting our deck. Okay, what you gonna do? Here's one of those. Okay. You got the haste for it? No. Just set up for next turn. That's a good setup turn. I'm setting up too. Keep them coming. Played one creature in that game and won. What? When Lagrella the Magpie enters the battlefield, exile any number of other target creatures controlled by different players until she leaves the battlefield. Okay. So you can exile your own thing and their thing, and then when she dies, your thing comes back in and it's better. I mean, that would be a really good card in, like, Commander or multiplayer, four-headed. Take one creature from everybody is kind of busted. In normal 1v1, not so much. Oh my god. You really, like, this deck is from, like, you see too much red, you mulligan. You have to work with this. Okay, it's Wizards again. It's Wizards, and we're on a slightly worse hand, but I think we can do it. We'll try. Alright, we take 3. This is kind of ideal. I want the Brazen Borrower. Like, my other option would have been to hold open Brazen. And in this case, it would only save 3 life. And next turn's going to be the money turn for the opponent when we really want to have that interaction, so. Yep. Attacks. Let's see what opponent's going to do. It's probably going to be Dreadhorde Arcanist. No. Punish the opponent for drawing cards and having tap lands. We'd love to see a Neoform off the top. Alright, Pact of Negation is live. Brazen Borrower is live. That's fine. Okay. Do you want to haste it? No. Alright. Draws more cards. We can start gaining life with the goose. Cell Scar, okay, sure. Sure. 2/3 Cell Scar, that's cool. That's fun, that's neat. Is it Fire the Borrower, which is expected, yes. I wouldn't be surprised if he could kill the goose too. Sure. Oh, come on, top deck. We need a Wish Claw or another Slun Division. We take that. Okay, there it is. Alright. We win the game. I got wizards too. I got lots of wizards. Dive bomb. So the difference in philosophies between these decks, the opponent's deck and burn decks and aggro decks generally are on the philosophy of they got 20 life, I'm gonna whittle their life down until they die, and I'm gonna have like a bunch of momentum, and they're gonna be losing so much life every turn, and they're gonna be dead by turn 3 or 4. That's those strategies, right? The combo deck strategy is I don't care what their life is. I want to win like instantly out of the blue, and I want it to not matter what their life is when I win. I want to like whatever I have is going to go over the top of anything they can do to stop it. And I want it to happen as early and reliably as possible. There's like one is seeking to chip down the life total of the opponent within like the rules of the game, and the other is seeking to trivialize the opponent's life total and make it not matter at all. So in the case of like the deck with the 9 lives where you donate it, you don't care what their life is because it just says they lose the game. With this deck, it's like, yeah, enough life or enough creatures can save you from this deck comboing out, but it's so over the top of what people would normally have at the stage in the game when it goes off that it might as well be impossible. Not impossible. It's definitely not impossible. We got some redundancy on our combo pieces here at least. And I always like the combo deck. I always like the combo deck approach rather than the grind them down within the existing rules approach. I want it to not matter. Like when I go off, you die. Yep, 3 damage, sure. Great. Here we go. Yep. Dead in 1 more turn. Alright. Come on deck. That helps. That helps a little bit. Alright. It saves us a turn. So, yeah. Stop at combat, before combat, all the stops. And now if we don't top deck it next turn, we're going to be in desperation mode. But we do have 1 more draw here. Alright, bro. What goblin you want? This guy's going to climb a lot when he beats me, probably. I'll probably fall a lot. Oh, 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 oh. Uh-huh. Go ahead and petty theft this guy back to your hand, please. That's it down to just 3 damage. 4 damage, actually. Alright, we're dead. Dead. Oof. And it's so brutal. You lose 1 game on a bad hand against like weird goblins. What's the day? Monday? Fucking Monday. Oh, it's not good. It wasn't a good hand. I think this has just got to... Alright. We go empty-handed, basically. Your pick, opponent. Wish Call he should definitely take, because Wish Call is my primary defense against his deck. Oh, that's kind of a nice top deck after a Thoughtseize, though. What do we want to play first here? I gotta play this. And then we're gonna Paradise Druid. Pete Dizzy. Alright, we just need that top deck. Come on, no discard. Come on, Neoform. What is with the amount of fetch lands here? Double Fable. 2 mana, opponent. Maze Mine. Okay. Come on. Really wants Thoughtseizes to stop me from comboing. And so that's probably what that is. But the joke's on the opponent. We drew another one. Alright, opponent. What am I getting hit with? He kills that, sure. Scries. Not getting much card advantage. Play this, pass the turn. Draw the card. Okay, that's it. Sure. End turn. We hold the extra card. Alright, Luminarius. Did he exile a card? No. He just paid it. Okay, you lose. Maybe not. You could still have a kill spell here. It was your fate, Luminarius. Give me my spot back. You know, this hand actually combos on turn 4, except it doesn't have any green. Okay, that's better. Play this, play bird, play Valakut, play breeding pool, go off. Opponent on the burn plan. You might wish you had saved that burn spell a little bit later in this game. Sure. How about this? And this. How do you like that? Soulscar Mage. Wizard's Lightning. Sure. What if I just did this? Alright. GG. Bye. Have a wonderful time. fuck. It's the only deck that's faster than us. Alright, did we just lose? Am I dead? Nope. We're alive. Green Dracoseth. He could send in Dracoseth if he has the buff spells. 3. Buffs again. Swings. Plays Dracoseth. We take that much. And then we just go ahead and win the game. GG. Opponent, unlike your deck, our deck is going to present lethal. Don't get me wrong, I know your main combo is lethal. And that you were going off with like a jank version of it with Dracoseth. It's not even really good in the deck because you put him in attacking and you don't get the action for like you won't like the one that makes a bunch of treasures and the one that like the red dragon, the ancient red dragon that rolls a dice for a bunch of treasures good. The one obviously that gives you double strike because that's your lethal combo. You want the green one that makes a bunch of treasures too. And that way, even if you like whiff the combo, you could still play your hand out. This is a tough hand because with and I'm mulligan again. Well. Now we're on that shitty version of the plan because we mulligan twice. Druid or Claw first. Let's see what he plays. White, blue. What's this? Cycling. So he's on white, blue control. I'm gonna start picking up combo pieces. Fuck, I don't care. Going right for the Neoform. You gonna bounce it? Kill it? Mulliganing 3 times against a control deck is not great. Play your cards, Brad. So lame. Alright, sure. Well, that's like as good as the Stormcaller with this hand. I can play it with the Paradise Druid and combo out that way. So now we just D&D form. Oh, that sucks. No attacks. If he starts casting, like extra turn spells, I want to have dual caster up and able to pay the tax. Now I have to have like we're pretty much never gonna win this game now because I have to have the bounce spell or a bunch of mana. And like it's not a bunch of mana. It's like it makes it impossible. Climb next. But we may be able to like vampirize the opponent's spells to get ourselves back in it. Like if you were to play, say, an extra turn spell and I copied it, it negates the extra turn spell pretty much. The fairy's not great. Okay, sure.
Trust me, you'll thank me.
I hate this deck too. Like this is the other deck you fight with this deck. You fight this deck, and you fight the discard deck. And this is lame because, like, I'm just gonna concede. It's over. Mull 3 times into that. Maybe I should have taken the first hand. It had a plan at least. If you're gonna take a hand, the hand needs a plan. Maybe there I just discard down to 4. Anything to get a Neoform in hand. So this will be. Oh, you also get the white. You also get the mono white deck that has the guy that you could sacrifice to stop people from casting spells on their turn. You get that sometimes too. Honk honk. White weenie girl. Weenie white girl. Will she live up to her namesake? Is this gonna be like Dahlia or something? She actually does live up to her namesake. Interesting. Okay. No text. Next turn, play the Mimics, Lindy the end of their turn, and then try to combo off the Goose, maybe? Yep, Prosperous is fine. Oh. There's another option. And we can just win. Winning is good. So I think I'll do that instead. Sorry, but I like to play degenerate shit. I might like to have this deck in real life. I bet it's not actually that expensive. I want talismans out as soon as possible against anybody that might be discarding us. Oh, this is angels though. So in the case of angels, we actually want mana out as fast as possible, I think. Ah, next turn we can Wish Claw. Perhaps. Sure. Let's go digging. Sure, okay. No removal? Yeah, I don't think opponent's seen our deck before. Alright, I'm gonna let my dog out real quick. Hey, buddy. Alright, there you go. Hey, babe. Sounds like we about to get some rain. Stormcaller. I'm gonna keep it. It has a plan. I'm gonna try to Awakening on turn 3 into Stormcaller on turn 4, and I'll shuffle away the stuff that I can't cast. It's a Keltria Triumph. Ooh, it's a plane. I like that planes. That's a good looking planes. Nothing? No spells? What is this? Alright, so these are just fodder to be shuffled away. Unless I find a black mana, in which case Wish Call would actually be good. But I don't have a black mana right now, so it's fodder. Okay. Sure thing. I'm gonna draw, casual draw 5 cards. What's this and this? What is this? What is opponent on? Some kind of removal plan? Menace. That's kind of sick. Some kind of like Treasure Storm combo or something. If you could figure out a way to make ludicrous amounts of treasures, then alright. But we have a pretty good shot at winning here. Sorry, opponent. I like wherever you're going with this. But I'm being pretty cutthroat. So I gotta kill you, because I can kill you. You can always tell they're like, wait, what? When the fifth one comes out, because like up to 4, they're just like, okay, get all of them out. But then like 5, 6, 7, 8 come out, and like they always start looking at the cards at that point. Yeah, they're coming. GG, opponent. Hello. We're gonna try to see how high we can climb. At least until it's time for me to exercise and get dinner. Which is soon. I've been... Frankly, I've been stomping. It's been... I might have lost 2 games. I've been playing for like an hour and a half. Nope. That'll have to do. My lose right here. This isn't a great hand. Usually this is how it goes when you lose. You get 2 unkeepable hands or 3 unkeepable hands into like a marginally keepable hand, and then you just stall out. You can kill the Seagate Stormcaller while the ability's on the stack if that's the only creature they have that's 2 mana. But if they have the Druid, it won't do anything because they can sacrifice the Druid. Then you have to counter one of the Neoforms. To stop it with removal, it takes you have like if it's an empty board and I play this, then you can kill it while the ability's on the stack and I can't go off. But if I have the Hexproof Druid Girl, you just like you kill the thing, but then they can just sacrifice the Druid. Because it only kind of stops it stops you from being able to sacrifice the Stormcaller with its own effect on the stack. But it doesn't stop you from being able to sacrifice anything. Alright. Climb. Next. Alright, opponent. We're about to lose this game, I think. But like I said, that's how it usually goes when you lose with this deck. It's like you have 2 forced mulligans or more, and then... Because you do have to mulligan a lot with this deck. Okay. So now we need Brazen Borrower to win. Yeah, we're dead. I don't have the ability to draw the cards I need in the time I have left to live. No. It's actually, the cool thing about the deck is it's actually a very versatile combo deck that can combo in a lot of like ways. You can combo with a druid and a dualcaster mage in Neo form. You can combo with a gilded goose and 2 Neo forms. You can combo with a stormcaller and a Neo form. Don't like him being in there. But I do think this is a good hand, so I'm going to keep it. So like if you Neoform this guy, you can pull one of these out of your deck, and then you can Neoform that with the other Neoform. Or you can use this guy plus a Mirror Mage and 5 mana to Neoform and copy it on the stack. It's just like, it's really flexible. So like against green black, it's really good to have this girl out before you try to combo. Wishclaw was a good draw. Yeah, okay, sure. Neoform was a better draw. So how do I play this one out? I think I just play the goose. Because we can just win next turn. No attacks in turn. And we just hope we don't get Thoughtseize, but even if we do, we can play Wishclaw. And set it for the turn after that. I think it's curtains for opponent here. Yeah. Damn, it's coming down outside. Normally I can't hear it in my fortress-like basement, but I can hear it right now. Alright. Alright, opponent, sorry. We're on a mission to climb, so I'm gonna have to cut our interaction time short. But once it's on the stack, the only way to stop it is with a counterspell. Because well, that's not entirely true. For instance, Strict Proctor stops it. And you run into that fairly frequently against the stupid blue-white Teferi deck. Anything that stops effects when creatures come into play will stop it. Having over like 70 life can make you live through it. Having a wide enough, big enough board, like if you've really popped off and you have like more than 10 creatures that are all bigger than all of my stuff, you can just block it and win. But it's like by the time you're looking to go off with this deck, usually that's not going to be the case, you know? Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep this hand. This is a potential turn 3. We got Brazen to delay if need be. I'm gonna play the Druid because of the upside of just winning next turn. Yes. You're not looking to combat people's like fully developed angel boards and such. You want to go off on 3 or 4, ideally. Usually 4, but pretty frequently 3 as well. See, that sucks. You fucker. I thought thief. I'm gonna thought thief you. Alright, dude. Pick your poison. Takes Neoform. Probably wise. Okay, play this. Hold up to borrower. Borrow anything silly he tries to do. But, like, beware, if you play this deck, the shuffler is going to pair you against blue-white control and discard decks. That's what you get. Decks with Thoughtseize in it, decks with Dovin's Veto in it. If you go play, like, Wizards, you won't see any of those. Well, that's not entirely true, but you won't see them. Yeah, well, I had this deck. I've had this deck for a long time. This deck is several years old. I wouldn't advocate like building. Like, it depends on what you want to play, but I wouldn't necessarily like. And there's substitutions, like right. Like I put borrowers in here because I have borrowers, but you could also put in like an uncommon bounce spell or a removal spell or something like that in its slot. The main thing though is you need the dual casters, you need the storm colors, you need the neoforms. No blocks. I'm gonna play Kefnet. So Kefnet's the only reason he's in there is if you sometimes you're in a situation where like you kind of are limping along trying to find a way, and you want to have something you can neoform your 3-cost cards for to get value out of. So there's one Kefnet in the deck. Oh, oh shit! I should put in one of the 3-mana creature that bounces stuff, and then you could have if you needed it, you could bring out the haste creature and the bounce creature to take care of things like the angel. Although it wouldn't work on the angel because it has protection from creatures. So, all right, take your pick. It doesn't really matter what he picks here because like I can go off with dual caster too. At this point, decline. Alright. Plus, we're on the beatdown now. And if he tries to do anything crazy with spells, we can copy it now. So this, like, the deck can kind of, like, street fight a little bit on its own in, like, a janky way, right? So red, green, blue, sacrifice this. Play Dualcaster Mage. See if opponent has an answer. Doesn't seem to be one. So that's like another example of how you could go off is with the Mana Dork and a Dualcaster Mage in hand. You just float the red mana with the mana Dork and then neoform it, and he can't he can kill it, but it doesn't matter. At this point, it's a done deal. Now what he could do is kill the haste creature that comes at the very end, but I'm just going to fetch 2 haste creatures here because he obviously has a kill spell. And we're going to have enough gas to kill him. Even through a kill spell. This deck is sick. I mean, like, I'm doing pretty good with it, right? I'm ranked 359 playing it. Probably, I mean, it's got a lot of rares, but they're, like, not chase rares, so it might not actually be that bad. in paper. So he's gonna kill. Yeah. Yeah. We knew he had something. That's why we played 2. $328. Had some breakthroughs at the end of the last game dev stream. I think I've got the Starfield like working the way I want it. I have it attached to the player now. It doesn't look all jittery, or it doesn't look as jittery. And it's like now I have to figure out how to stream in data on the periphery of the data set. Like in the background. This is a good hand. We can work with this because we can Solemnity on turn 3. Brazen Borrower to stall. Play your tap land out first. There's a Pact of Negation. Oh, yeah. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah. You're right. How do I want to do this? I think I want to play one land here. Alright. Wizards, maybe? So, we'll be in a pretty strong position after the next turn, because I can hold up this and this. And if he does something I need to interfere with, I can stop it. We're worried about... Oh, that's interesting. You really don't want Dualcaster... Like, you don't want most of the red cards in your hand. You want them in your deck. And you also want most of your glass pools in your deck, because that's like your ammo that you go off with, right? Because it's not a truly infinite combo. It's finite. You have eight copies of the Neoform, followed by the haste creature and the creature that gives you 2 attack phases. So it's 8 3/3s, a 5/2, and a creature that doesn't attack. But if I play one, then all of a sudden it's 7 now, right? And now it's 6 because I have this guy in hand. Have the Pact of Negation already. The Solemnity Vision off the top is kind of a bummer, but... So I think here I'm going to go ahead and play the Paradise Druid, so that I can have mana for Pact of Negation if opponent does something like devastating next turn. And also, I can keep Brazen Borrower up, so if it's something that can be borrowed, that's fine too. Annoying, but whatever. Okay. So one fun thing that I've figured out with having the bounce spells as your removal in this, it's a little bit easier on your mana base, but also you can use the talisman if they're tapped out and bounce it back to your hand. I'm gonna try to go off next turn. I guess not, never mind. What the fuck is opponent on? What is this? Fuck your treasure, dude. Okay. Next turn. I'm actually gonna
No, I don't need to play it. I have enough mana now to go off. I can also Pact of Negate if I need to. Okay. So, okay, I know what this is. Nim is it. Got it. Figured it out. So this sees the most cards, so we'll cast this. I'll take that. Let's try it. Okay. So if he can interact with this, he needed to do it right there while that was on the stack. Because now it's like a chain reaction. See, like, this isn't going to be an insanely huge combo here because I have one of these in my hand, I've played a Glass Pool. So we can only get 6. It's just that that's a lot. 6 is a lot. Glass Pool here. Huh? We also have Pact of Negation still. And we still had 18 more damage. And that's -2. So like you kind of see, but like if I get mill decks are really like tough. Because if they hit you with a couple good mill spells, all of a sudden maybe you can't combo anymore. Oh, probably last game. I'm gonna start exercising and do dinner and whatnot. Two wish calls is interesting. Opponent's a Jace looking motherfucker. Let's do this instead. Print Geese, win game. Alright, so if like he doesn't have removal for our Geese, this is gonna be funny. Because this hand is actually extremely deadly. As long as the Geese live. And I think they're going to. Oh, I could have won. Shit. I actually could have gone off right there. I was, like, Mongo blinded by, like, Paradise Druid Gilded Goose. Alright, it's fine. It didn't matter. Alright. So this is how you go off a Gilded Goose. And 2 Neoforms. So there's like lots of paths in the deck that lead to the combo, you know? Because really all you're looking for is 2 Neoforms on the stack.
This can combo, but it does so kind of late. And is a little awkward. See, this is good, because... Actually, it's not. I don't have black mana. Shit. Well, if we get black mana, we can go off. I have green mana, and that's the most important. That's not the best card to see off the top. You don't want to see, like, these cards, and combat celebrants, and dualcaster mages. Like, you have, like, one dualcaster mage, and that's fine, but you really don't want to see these cards in your hand. They're meant to be in your deck. What's this do? Sure. Coco. What's the Coco? One opponent. That was an unfortunate Coco. Because now you're just gonna lose. That's cool. That's a cool turn 4 Archdruid. When I play this deck, I like the way I look at it is certain cards are like you've already mulliganed. So dual casters, to a lesser extent glass pools, although if you need land, you need land. Tuk Tuk and the Combat Celebrant are like, if you see those in your hand, just look at your hand as if you had already mulliganed down however many of those cards are on your hand. I always love this deck. Like, it's when the 5th one comes out that people start looking at your shit. It's like when you're just printing them, a lot of people haven't seen the deck. They're just like, oh, he's going to get 4 of these. And then all of a sudden number 5 comes down and it's like, wait a second. Alright. These games are so fast that it's like... But this is the last one for real. This deck also is really about... You gotta learn what hands to mulligan. Like, a lot of times when I lose with this deck, it's because I didn't mulligan the right hands. You basically, you want at least one piece, one combo piece. So like, this hand, so check mark, minus, that's a minus. But with this is not necessarily a huge disadvantage, because if I can get to 3 mana, which it looks like I'll be able to, I can Valakut Awakening, shuffle everything else, and go for the... So I'm actually going to keep this hand, because it has this card. Keep 7... We'll play this into Druid. Then, turn after that, Valakut Awakening, and shuffle away everything that we can't use. So this is going to be... This might be uphill. We'll see if he counters my creature. If he counters my Paradise Druid here, it's real bad. Alright. Brazen Borrower are not the worst draw here. So that means that we have to play the Valakut Awakening. This hand gets substantially worse. And he's not really got an accelerated clock. And we're gonna be able to fuck with his draw shenanigans on his turn when he tries to put enchantments on shit. Like that. And he is gonna get this one though. Draws a card. That makes the hand better. Alright, now we're in stall mode. Because we can probably, like, he's mono blue. If this were white blue, I'd be a little bit more worried, but I'm going to fight him on this turn with the Borrower over the Spectral Sailor. And he's either going to have it returned to his hand on combat, or he's going to give me a window where if I draw a land, we just win the game. So now he has, oh, okay, so he decides, you know what, okay, that's fine. But like this at least gets us a play on his turn, sure. Alright, we play this, pass the turn, we play Borrower on his turn, into his turn. Actually, I wait for him to attack, and then if he puts it on something, I'll cast it then, and just kill it. More delay from the Borrower. But if he doesn't do anything, we just take it. You want to morph your... Okay. How much of his remaining hand is counterspells? We have a pretty robust hand. Alright. We win. We win. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. Alright, well. See you later, opponent. Nope, afraid not. But basically with this deck, you gotta have a game plan with the hands you're taking. And this hand had a game plan. It wasn't the best game plan, but it was a plan. Sorry, opponent. I respect the tempo grind, but it's real obnoxious to play against. I mean, don't get me wrong, so is this deck. I'm just saying, I don't feel too bad. That's why there's 2 Tuk Tuks and only 1 Celebrant. It's a lot of creatures, opponent. Alright. That's a good stopping point for tonight. Man, we cleaned up. I fucking cleaned up tonight. You see, like something like this, a one of could be useful for removing certain things. Like you could decide you want to use. Ideally, it would be a flash card. I really want like a flash 3 mana creature that bounces stuff. And that way, it would have utility outside of just whiffed combos or trying to extract yourself from a situation where you can't combo. That's interesting. I feel like that's also an interesting card. If only it had flying, it would be. It should have flying. Well, I guess it's a sea serpent. Island walk then. Solkanar. Alright, guys. That's it for tonight. Later.